A big wingman welcome to the wingman's path, to positivity, to raising your vibration, and to creating a life of your choosing. I welcome you and I thank you and I appreciate you being here and inviting me and all us wingmates in to share a spark of positive energy. Because one thing's for certain, the more of us that share that spark, the easier it is for each of us to hold on to it and to share it with our loved ones and our families and our friends and our neighbors. I say it every day. You hear me say it every day. I'm so thankful for you doing it with me. Let's get started. Actually, before we do, let me introduce myself. If you're new to the path, my name is Michael Gross. I happen to be the lucky guy who's the wingman on the wingman's path to positivity, and I welcome you and I celebrate you for finding this path, because it will help you to create a life of your choosing. I assure you of that. It's helped so many of us. So thank you for being here. Today's practice is to arrest your inner critics. I am arresting my inner critics today. And I'll tell you how this came up and how the whole practice started years ago. It came up today because as I woke up this morning, my inner critics were having their way with me, man. They were bouncing me around like a ping pong ball. I don't know if that ever happens to you, where they just start your inner voices, your inner critics are just beating you up a little bit, right? They're just telling you you can't, right? And you're hearing it a whole lot and they're bouncing it around in there. So today I decided, and I thought, if that's happening to me, maybe your inner critics are getting the best of you, or having their way with you today, and maybe it would be a good practice for all of us to arrest our inner critics. This practice started many years ago when I was first on the wingman's path, and I just started co-hosting the Talking Angels radio show with Rita Strow. If you don't know, you can Google Talking Angels. We did the show for about 7 years, and this was right in the very beginning, and we were interviewing SARK, a best-selling author, and I was so excited for it. Like, oh my God, I'm interviewing a best-selling author. How exciting, right? And right before it was on a Wednesday night. I think on Monday morning, Jan sent me a blog from someone she followed, Chris Carr. I don't know if you know her, the crazy sexy cancer lady. She's fabulous. And apparently she and SARK were friends, and she had shared SARK's post about when SARK, by the way, Susan Anthony Rainbow Kennedy, if you're there, Susan, hello. When SARK was doing a book tour. And, she was going around the country on a book tour, and I think she was in Arizona, and she said her inner critics are getting the best of her. So she took a lunch break, and as she went out to lunch, she saw a police officer in a police car, and went up to him and asked for his help, and he was like, "How can I help you?" And she said, "I need you to arrest my inner critics." And so he opened the back door of his car, let every one of them in, and drove them away to the county jail. And I just thought that was the greatest idea and so much fun. And seeing as my mayor, the mayor of the town I lived in, had office hours, public office hours on Wednesday, and I was doing the radio show Wednesday night, I thought, I'm going to do this. It would be a great introduction to tell SARK I had done this while we started the interviewing. So I went in on Wednesday afternoon, and the mayor was sitting there, and no one was with her. And I went in and I introduced myself as a resident of the town, and we talked for a second or two, and she said, "How can I help you?" And I said, "I need you to arrest my inner critics." And she looked at me and said, "Oh, we don't have enough jail space for your inner critics." Needless to say, I supported our mayor after that forever. I loved the comment. I just couldn't stop laughing. And of course she marched them downstairs and took them right into the jail cell for me. So since then, whenever my inner critics are playing with me, whenever those demons of doubt are bouncing around in my head, I have them arrested. And I thought maybe that would be a good practice for you to do today as well. To arrest your inner critics, right? Arrest your inner critics. Say it with me. I'm arresting my inner critics. When they're getting the best of you, you hear them blah, 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 a lot of chatter in there, and they're beating you up a little bit, telling you can't do it. Have those demons arrested. Those demons of doubt is what I call them. Have them arrested, man. Say it with me. I'm having my demons of doubt arrested. I'm having my inner critics arrested. Say it any way you want. I'm arresting my inner critics. But make sure you lock them up for a while and get them out of your head, because I know what they can do to you, and I know you do as well, right? We all know what our inner critics can, how much fun they can have with us and how they can knock us off our path to creating a life of our choosing. So have them arrested. Say it once more with me. I'm arresting my inner critics. I thank you so much for joining me today and every day and sharing a spark of positive energy with me. As you know, I do these every day for free because I think they're great and they help me to keep creating a life of my choosing, to keep my vibration high and to keep bringing more positive energy into my life. And I know they have the same for you. So I thank you for joining me and helping me to do that for all of us, right? Because with a great team, anything is possible. And the Wingman's Path has become a great team, and I thank everyone for that. Again, have a great day. If your inner critics are chattering and bothering you, have them arrested, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Your Wingman Michael from the Wingman's Path here in Da Nang, Vietnam, signing off.